Good morning. My name is Philip Isgar. I started my working life as a trainee engineer about 50 years ago, just over. I've worked mainly in infrastructure, nuclear, water and rail. And I've been a chartered engineer. I've done work in project management. And I've been around Major Projects Association for over 30 years. I've been on the board. I've chaired the programme committee, and I'm now a honorary member, which is great. When I say I worked in nuclear, I can actually just point out that the picture behind my head is actually what would be the potential rock characterization facility for a repository at Sellafield, and that was dated around about 1991. I actually worked with the organisation that actually was doing that, and when I left, they gave me the picture. So there we go.
Fantastic.
Thank you very much for asking that one. That's a great one.
Yes.
So why did I choose this report? I chose this report for a number of reasons. It's an event I organised actually for MPA when I was on the programme committee, and it's one that actually brought together some very, very talented speakers and a very strong lead with the programme director from National Grid, Ian Galloway, being the chair on the day at the event in London. So a fabulous day all round, great attendance, and you know, some excellent speakers, as I say. I chose the report because it actually cut over a number of areas. It cut over major projects actually from oil and gas. Crossrail was there in 2013, Heathrow, work on the National Grid, and also work on the Olympics was there as well. So we had speakers from all those areas that contributed to the report. So when you look back at the report, which was done nearly 8 years ago, in 2013, it begs the question that I'd like to see answered in the future, which is, where will we be in 2020? And you can get the reasons and the logic why we needed to look ahead.
That's interesting, Philip. We're obviously in 2022 now. So how did the reality of where we were in 2020 compare with the predictions in the report?
Looking at where we were in the oil and gas sector, they had a better track record than the other sectors had at that stage. There was a big push towards client partnering, and that was a major issue because organizational structure and bringing teams together was fundamental as being a requirement going forward. The other big issue that was coming out is there was a lot of data being shared around the project teams, and it was put in many different guises and ways, but not as we would today. So the management of data and the changing style of project controls was actually quite significant.